So I think I've mentioned it pretty consistently when I talk about anime that I prefer dubs to subs, and part of the reason is because it allows me to just watch and take in the animation. And something about this moment here really took me in. So that was it. Played at regular speed, and I'm going to play it at 1/8 speed. So every second that passes, it's going to take 8 seconds for it to pass. And I was casually watching, but I could tell by the dialogue and everything that things were ramping up. So I went ahead and looked at the screen real quick, and just something hit me. On his blade as he's withdrawing it, there's this splotch of black, and then the camera zooms in, and it turns into something bigger. It turns into this really neat image. And at first I thought it was Doman because there was so much darkness there, and Doman's suit is black with the red spot in the chest. But here's a freeze frame of that shot, and it took me like a couple minutes, or maybe like a minute, of trying to actually capture this image of the reflection of burning Gundam in his sword. So then, I spliced that in. I cut the moment in half and kind of spliced that in there. And I've been practicing drawing, but look at this incredible animation. The way the shadowing or shading is working here, and I don't know, man. Just anime is beautiful, and I really like. There's details on the buildings falling apart. It amazes me that people have the technical skill to accomplish the things that they were able to accomplish, especially because I pulled it up somewhere. G Gundam is not a new anime. Let's see real quick if I've got the wiki pulled up here, and everybody knows everything on wiki is 100% reliable. Okay, so Mobile Fighter G Gundam is a 1994 anime television series created by Sunrise under the direction of Yasuhiro Imagawa. It was the first series in the Gundam franchise not set in the Universal Century. No, that doesn't really matter. So that was the director, Yasuhiro Imagawa. Character design is by Hiroshi Osaka. Let's see, there's a mechanical designer, there's an art director, Junichi Higashi. I could, I guess, check out what else these people have worked on. But anyway, it's just really impressive that 1994, I saw this in 2002 and it looked good then. But it looks incredible now. And just, I don't know, that image, it's not a high quality image, but it doesn't need to be because it's made in a flash. But I really feel like this did not need to be animated. Like they could have just done just the flash of his blade as he's unsheathing it to go up against Omun here, and it would have been fine. They didn't need to do it, but they went this extra mile and put in that detail. And I wonder who the artist was specifically there, and I wonder why they did it and like what they got out of it and stuff. And I know that may sound silly, but it's really an impressive feat that they were able to do that. So anyway, I'm pulling up right now the details of episode 28. Let's see. Okay, so it gives the information on like who the name of the episode and a little synopsis, but I'm not seeing who was specifically involved with directing it or anything like that, unfortunately, or who worked on it as far as animation is concerned. But this is just, it's an incredible shot, and I really like animation in general. I feel like there's a certain magic to it. Anime specifically, so from Japan, at least like a certain cohort, because if you look, like there's Shin-chan or Crayon Shin-chan, I don't know if they call it Crayon Shin-chan or not specifically, but like that's a very different type of animation, and it's not like this. It looks more like home movies, or man, what was that John Lovett show where he was the critic of, or maybe it was, or no, there was a psychologist. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm talking about some old Cartoon Network shows that were, anyway, not directed at kids necessarily. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really impressed by the animation quality and like the work and care that goes into this. And I'll watch things that are CG animated. Appleseed, for example, is like a 3D anime movie made in Maya, which is a programming, or not programming software, but like a visualization software and animation. And so actually, I'm not going to look it up, but it's something you can do 3D renderings in, and that's kind of what matters. So anyway, yeah, I was really impressed by that little scene, and I just wanted to talk about it because it was so cool. And coming up, there should be a clip of Schwarzbruder, who's Neo Germany's Gundam fighter, kind of challenging Domun to not be frozen because he's anyway. The fighter guy. Anyway, he was intimidated by something, but the story stuff doesn't matter because I'm just talking about the animation specifically. So it was really really impressive. Let's see. I'm going through real quick other stuff that Yasuhiro Imagawa has directed. So he's a Japanese anime director and screenwriter. Much of his work evokes nostalgia for 1970s super robot mecha anime, which makes sense because of the work he did on Gundam. But let's see what else this guy did. We got Giant Robo, the OVA series from the 90s, Mobile Fighter G Gundam, 94 to 95. Let's see if I know any of these any better. No, I do not, and that's okay. But anyway, here's coming up that scene with Schwarzbrüder. I was looking for this clip to play with him fighting the Neo Nepal fighter, and I found this one with Schwarzbrüder in the beginning of the episode, and it impressed me how good it is. This is funny. I don't think you'll hear the sound over it. That push in with those black lines, like that's not really animated. It's funny how they do cheap little tricks like that to save money for bigger stuff like this coming up right here where he throws the wood and Domon cuts it in half and there's all that reflection, and like I've got to imagine that stuff's difficult to animate, and look, those lines were so straight and it looked so real as that kind of thing could look. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. Animation's great, anime's great, and I really enjoy it. So anyway, I'll stop there. Is there any animation you can cite as being especially moving? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you can watch every video as it becomes available. Thank you so much for your time. If you enjoy my work, please give it a like and share it. If you'd like to chat, hit me up in the comments or tweet me at RCMoon, and it's there on the screen for you to see on my G Gundam end card. Be well, and remember, don't curse that darkness, shine your light. Until next time.